Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. It's beautiful here in Lander. I want to talk to you today about God being the God of deliverance. Have we ever thought about that? Have we ever sat back and thought, where is God? Why is God not here? I'm in this problem, or I'm in this problem, or I've got these troubles and I've got these circumstances, and God has not been there to help me. God's always there to deliver us. Maybe not on our time, maybe not the second we need it, maybe not as fast as we want it to always be, but God always delivers for us. He is always there and will always continue to be there. We pick up a story in Daniel chapter 3 of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego with King Nebuchadnezzar. He makes a decree saying that when you hear this symphony play, it is that you are to bow down and worship this gold image that he had created. And when those who don't do it, they end up getting thrown into a furnace, a fiery furnace. Comes to find out that, as we see here in chapter 3 and verse 16, that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego would not do it. They refused to worship an image that was not God. In other words, they refused to worship this gold image. It wasn't God. They weren't about to bow down to it and to serve it. This drew the ire of Nebuchadnezzar, and he orders them to be thrown into this fiery furnace. Not just a fiery furnace, but 7 times hotter than usual, because that's how angry and mad he was at these 3. So we see that they're bound up and that they're put into this furnace. We pick up in verse 24 of chapter 3 of the book of Daniel. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished and rose in haste and spoke, saying to his counselors, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire?" They answered and said to the king, "True, O king." "Look," he answered, "I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of Man." We see in verse 26 to the end how Nebuchadnezzar changes his mind and gives praise to God, and then makes a decree saying that nobody should touch these men and that nobody should mock their God. And if they do so, then great trouble will come upon them. But see, we look here and we see in their darkest hour, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in their darkest hour, God made a way for them. It's true for us today. In our darkest hour, in our most desperate times, God makes a way for us. God is always there to pick us up, to stand us back up, and to push us on to that right path. Sometimes it's difficult for us to see that. Sometimes it's hard for us to understand the plan that God has for us. But know this, God is a God of deliverance. He is always there for us. He brings us out of that fiery furnace. He sets us up. He walks beside us. He's there to guide our steps. God never leaves us alone. He's always there. I hope today that you will understand that in your lives. I hope today that if you're struggling, you can see that God is a God of deliverance. That God, in your darkest hours, has made a way for you. You just have to accept him. You just have to live by his will. Live a faithful Christian life for God. I hope today you have a great day. I hope in all that you do, wherever it is that you're doing it, you do it to the glory of God. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.